Right, we're live. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Newsn't. We've got a steaming pile of news to throw at you today, and
Good description.
Yes, yeah, thank you.
Steaming.
And well, we have. I say pile. It's quite a small pile, and honestly, we've got some big stories, and then we've got some mostly smaller ones to pad the runtime. My heart's not in this. Anyway, let's get to it. So, first big story, Jack. As always, tell me, had you heard about this, or was it buried under coronavirus? The US is considering returning Cuba to its list of state sponsors of terrorism.
I had not heard that, no.
No? Oh, well, there you go. Reuters has been told by an anonymous senior official in the Trump administration that because of its support of the Maduro regime, which in turn supports Colombian rebels, it might be returned to the list. So it's another example. Is this just another example of Trump, tearing up Obama's legacy just for the hell of it, or what?
It's a little bit of a jump, I think. We support someone who happens to support some people who are rebels.
Yeah.
So they are supporting terrorism.
I mean,
on the list of Cuba, it's sort of on the up in terms of good things.
Yeah.
Down on human rights, up on good things.
Yeah.
So I feel like we shouldn't be particularly mean to them for what they're doing now.
Well, exactly. Yeah, they've done worse, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you think is it going to change anything?
No.
Really? Nah.
Those things never do.
No. Okay. Nothing changes anything. That's what we've. What the sort of hot take that you're.
The world has always been the same. Nothing has ever changed.
Yeah, nothing's ever changed.
As two history students, we can attest to that.
That's true. Yeah.
Yep.
Another US story. The appeals court has rejected Trump's bid to escape that anti-corruption suit.
Cool.
Which is good, probably, because there should be a trial.
Corruption is bad.
Again, hot take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stunning and brave, I'd call that.
Yeah, maybe I should put that as like the video title. Corruption is bad? ? Gone wrong, gone sexual, or something.
Police called.
Yeah, please call. I don't know. That might get viewers. Yeah. So that happened on Thursday night. He got rejected. They're going to take it to the Supreme Court. I think they're just going to try and run this. They're just running the clock down until the election, right? So that there isn't a trial before then.
Yeah, that would be a faff for them.
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Let us know does anyone have like a Trump supporting uncle or aunt, like uber evangelical, the nuttier,
or Trump supporting themselves,
or are a Trump supporter themselves? I don't know why I assume it's so. I don't know anyone who supports. If you know that, get them here and get them to post a comment and yell at us and call us liberal soy boy cucks. I love that. Anyway, so straight away we are how many minutes in? We're a couple of minutes in, and I've run out of news.
You've run out of news.
I've run out. Well, hang on. Don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. Jack.
I'm coming back.
Do not go anywhere, Jack, or anyone else, because I do have some other stories which aren't really stories. But we're gonna go. The world's largest flower has bloomed in Belgium.
Oh,
how about that?
That's impressive. How large is the flower? I don't
know. I didn't do any follow-up research on that because why would I? But you're welcome to do your own.
Well, that's the world's largest type of flower, but what's the world's largest flower itself?
Oh no, have I got the story wrong?
No. I was looking up how big the world's largest flower, and it was coming up with the world's largest type. It doesn't tell you the article.
It doesn't.
It just says
it's
the largest flower, the Titan arum. The more you know.
Right, there you go. That's good. That's my third story. There is no other news.
Very professional today. Right.
There is no other non-coronavirus news.
Well, I've got some. But,
someone died. Someone's probably died. Yeah, we'll come on to yours. Okay, yeah, let's do some of yours now because the other one I've got.
The first part is what would be referred to in this sort of business as a callback. Do you remember the 5-year-old child who stole a car to go buy a Lamborghini? Yes.
Yes.
He has been rewarded with a ride in a Lamborghini.
Oh, that's nice.
It all turned out well.
Oh, that's good. And his sister has been jailed, presumably, for gross negligence, letting a child.
It does seem like it was just a stranger, but I presume they checked that out beforehand.
Right.
He's just gone in a Lamborghini.
So he was just offered a ride in a Lamborghini by some bloke.
I assume there was a little bit more vetting.
Or woman.
Yes.
Because women can also be predators.
And they can also drive.
They can also drive. Yeah.
We're not Saudi Arabia.
Not in in some places women can drive. Hot takes coming at you like that,
and they're not. The Utah Highway Patrol is not going to cite anyone for the.
They're not
situation. No.
Well, that's a pity.
But Sydney, his sister, has been grounded.
She's been grounded.
Yes, and
I feel like he's the one that needs to be grounded.
I think they all should.
Yeah, they all should. But yeah, very, very gross negligence.
Okay. Next story.
Go on.
Hong Kong. Obviously, lots of riots going on. This is very serious. Now, how do we, as people in Hong Kong, remind everyone of the situation going on? Well, these people have come up with a novel way. It is tear gas flavored ice cream. Oh, and it's just me now.
I left the studio. Sorry.
It's tear gas flavored ice cream is what they're selling in Hong Kong.
Fuck, mate. What?
A peculiar ice cream shop is selling tear gas flavored ice cream to remind locals about the pro-democracy protests that were taking place before the coronavirus pandemic.
That's great.
It is. There are some great descriptions of how it tastes. Where were they?
Sorry, just slightly distracted. I've been notified about my car moving, which is slightly distracting because I'm not in it. Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Breaking news. Anita Wong says it tastes like tear gas. It feels difficult to breathe at first, and it's really pungent and irritating. It makes me want to drink a lot of water immediately.
Okay,
now,
so
if that
the
doesn't
same reaction
good ice cream experience, yes,
yeah, okay,
which is fine for you. So it's all good. They just stick a lot of pepper into ice cream until it's absolutely disgusting. And it gives you irritation in the throat, and that's a good thing.
Good. Okay, that does remind me of democracy, to be fair.
Yes, and actually, incidentally, hasn't the first person been properly imprisoned for the pro-democracy riots recently?
Oh, have they? I don't know. It's one of those.
I think they got sentenced to 4 years.
Really, it's one of those things that, as a liberal Westerner, I watched and followed and got all angry about at the time, but then sort of like now,
it's old news.
It's old news.
Sin Kaho, a 22-year-old man, was sentenced to 4 years in prison for rioting in Hong Kong.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
He threw some stuff at the police.
Right.
Basically.
Well, don't do that in the UK, but in Hong Kong, don't do that unless you're being oppressed. A little bit more
understandable then.
Don't do that unless you're being oppressed. And if you think you're currently being oppressed by being told not to be a prat, then you don't know what oppression means.
Yes.
I'm speaking to you specifically, Jack. Here again.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Just so you know, all of these vague insults are leveled directly at you.
I'm used to that, yeah. Well.
Thank you for coming on the stream.
In other news,
go on.
The police in Queensland, Australia, have abandoned a murder investigation. What do you think they found instead of a body? Which they thought was a body.
Well, it's Australia, did you say?
Yes.
What did they find instead of a body? I don't know, like a kangaroo.
No,
a boomerang, a Barbie, and or a shrimp.
Highly realistic sex doll.
course it was.
They assumed it was, although the find also included animal blood and brains. So,
what have you been getting up to?
Explains why they thought it was a murder, but
yeah. I mean, was it like a hoax or something?
Well, they don't seem to know. They just rolled out the murder team, only to realise that it wasn't a person.
Rolled out the murder team. I like the idea that there's like, you know, a specialist murder team that all police just keep in the basement. They roll them out with some 80s music and the leader, you know, chucking a cigar in. The leader chucks a cigar away, and that's how they start the wildfires. We've got, while you're on that subject, that leads neatly into some news that I have.
Cool.
Not surprising, perhaps. We had last week the news that alcohol sales, or was it the week before? I can't remember.
That's the alcohol talking.
That is the alcohol talking. I wake up every day now and sink 4 bottles of rum.
I've just skipped that, and I've got an IV drip of.
You've got it on a drip.
Goes in. It's perfect.
Really very efficient, time-saving device is all that is.
Perfect.
Let us know how you've been descending into alcoholism in the comments.
Or if you're the one person in the world who hasn't.
As if anyone hasn't.
Yeah.
What was I saying? The news, yes. Sex toy sales are also up. Hardly a surprise, particularly in Colombia.
Oh.
So
they got that there?
Apparently they are now. So that's good. I heard actually, I read a story a couple of years ago about of all the countries in the world, Pakistan's sex toy industry, because they have like, you know, steel works and that, and a lot of the time they've got nothing to do with them, so they just quietly, you know, make big metal. And they don't mind because no one asks any questions, and it's quite profitable for them. I'm sure I'm not making this up.
There's nothing that sounds sexier than making a sex toy out of steel. I've got steel works. What am I going to make?
Yeah. Well, apparently,
it's just
this is a quote from. This is a quote from a factory, a crowbar. This is a quote from one of the factory managers, who said it's steel. It's Pakistani steel better than Chinese or Indian steel. Now, of course, he would say that. So, yes. Jack, my question to you, do you think Pakistani steel?
What's my favourite steel?
What's your favourite steel?
I'm going to go Pakistani steel.
Well, there you go. Yeah. That is the right decision according to this bloke.
Steel feel.
Yeah. There's... no, carry on with your news because I've run out.
There's also the aforementioned one from... we discussed before the show began, which is the headline Scots doggers litters beach with condoms, lubes and clothes, sparking fury among locals. It's about as self-explanatory as it gets. I'm not entirely sure where. Irvine Beach Park in Irvine, in Scotland.
Okay.
Has been defiled by many suspicious men, they say.
Suspicious men. All men.
Flouting the lockdown rules. I'm not sure, but it keeps saying suspicious men. So sounds like it.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I know that when you say Scots, you mean as in the country.
I mean, people know.
When you say that, it does sound like it's my doggers going to the beach.
Warwick Dogging Society.
Warwick, yeah, Warwick. Okay,
I'd join. Yeah, why not?
Why not? Why not? This is the news that there is no news. If you've just joined us, other than coronavirus, which
if you just joined us on that, you're going to get some very different ideas. Apparently, the Scottish Wildlife Trust was saying that wildlife reserves are tranquil places where people can connect with and enjoy nature. Not sure if that's saying a pro or against.
I was going to say, that's exactly, that was their defence, I'd imagine.
Okay, what's up next? Okay, scientists have discovered a new saber-toothed animal. What do you think it was? I'll give you one guess.
One guess. A new saber-toothed animal. Yes. Is it going to be something? Is it the saber-toothed mouse or something?
Well, it's not the thing. It's not anything you'd think of, presumably.
Isn't it?
Hence why it's newsworthy.
Go on. Saber-tooth.
It is a
hamster.
It's a saber-toothed anchovy. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a saber-toothed anchovy. It's less exciting than it sounds.
This is the sort of quality content we get you on for, Jack.
Monosmilus colloids.
Oh, you had to give us the...
Yeah, vampire-like demon with big fangs is what the word means. And but it's a little anchovy that has a long tooth.
One long tooth?
Sign. It looks like it from the picture.
Right.
So it's more of a saber.
Did that one lose one or something, or
no? It just looks like they've drawn it as well. It looks like it has a front tooth. Yeah, that was exciting. Moving on.
Good. Yeah. No,
if you were a Korean baseball team and no fans can come to cheer you on, what solution would you come up with?
Well, if
this is interactive now.
Okay. Yeah. I would. Yes. Let us know in the comments what you would do. I'd just cheer myself.
Well, South Korean baseball fans may not be allowed to watch their favourite teams, but the NC Dinos have filled their stands with cardboard fans.
Right. Okay, but have all of those fans got like speakers behind them to make it sound like they're cheering?
I think they're just silent.
Does one of them like strip off halfway through and run across the pitch?
Yeah, it's like a really stilted cardboard one, but they couldn't get
baseball?
Many. Yes.
Is baseball a big sport in Korea?
This stadium is fairly big, so presumably. It can't be that big. But...
No, I don't mean, is it a physically large sport?
no, but I meant like the seating implies.
Okay. Well, interesting.
It's supposed to make the fans happy because they can't go. This Han Jong-soo says, I can't go into the stadium now, but my avatar is cheering my team instead of me. It feels like I'm in the stadium. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. In what way does he mean? It feels like a cardboard that's how he feels.
Is in the stadium, and you're not.
Dear. Speaking of insanity, let's have a break from all of this news because it's frankly it's too much news. Show. Yeah, it's too much news. We are a news show, but we're going to have a break for some personal news. No, that makes it sound like I'm announcing.
You're about to spill some secrets.
That makes it sound like I'm announcing like a new gardening show or that a tumor.
A new brand of water that you're selling.
That I'm big in Japan and I'm going.
Subscribe to our Patreon now, and you can
subscribe to our Patreon. Yeah. Yes, this is a message from Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh yes, the favourite game on my phone.
The favourite game. Yeah,
I've
not
played
sponsored,
it,
by the way, but I would like to be. Anyway,
yeah, if they were to offer it to us, we would say.
I was going to say, personal use. I was going to ask, how have you been coping with the lockdown? Just some light chat.
Screaming
at the right time.
Not really a whole lot. Just faffing around until I either discuss things with someone that I know. Or I go to sleep and then I reset my life. And
that's good.
The only real excitement in my life is the variation in the things I'm eating every day.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
It really particularly varied, but that's the peak.
My variation is what crisps I'm going to have with my bagel. Exactly. That's the extent.
What's the best crisp?
Well, that's if I'm lucky, like every now and then, not all the time, because they're high-end crisps, but every now and then we get Tyrrells and they're maple bacon.
Kettles. Oh, fancy! Never had those.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, you can't have that sort of thing every time, though.
No, you can't. So most of the time it's Monster Munch, which is depressing.
Monster Munch, that is not as depressing as Skips, though. I detest Skips with a passion.
I feel like the four horsemen of the crispocalypse are Monster Munch, Skips, Frazzles, and Whatsits.
Oh, Frazzles,
aren't they? I like Frazzles. I prefer Frazzles.
I quite like a Whatsit actually. I like particularly, but I'll eat a Whatsit.
You can get them in like decent. But I ate an entire like 6-pack yesterday of What's-Its.
That's
to be fair, they're small bags.
Actually,
that's why I look so orange.
It's like mini cheddars. Mini cheddars come in such small bags.
I've never liked mini cheddars. I don't trust anyone who does.
Mini cheddars are Which
if you've just joined us, this is a news show, but we're having an interval where we're talking about
our favourite chips,
our hobbies, and crisps. How we've been keeping. My face looks lopsided. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
They're expanding this year. They're expanding the mini cheddars range with new Mexican flavors.
Really? Great. Yeah, so what I've been doing in lockdown is
crying.
No, sorry. Was there any more to that news? Do you want to carry on? Good.
I think there was, but I don't care enough about it.
No.
It's nacho cheese and jalapeno, chipotle chicken wing, and lime and chili. All of those will be new mini cheddars.
Good. Let us know in the comments if you'd like Jack to shut up about mini cheddars.
In more mini cheddar news.
We should just shill for mini cheddars.
Oh, can we get sponsored by them?
Can we? That would be great. No. What was I going to? Oh yeah, I've been keeping myself entertained by watching birds fly into my windows. So we cleaned our windows. Not us, literally. We had we got someone to do it. We got a man in. And actually, it was a lady window cleaner.
You got a lady in?
Yeah. A lady. They're allowed to now. They can be. We've decided that they can be trusted with ladders nowadays.
Newsn't is pro them being allowed to.
We're pro. Are we? We're taking a stance on this, are we?
Yes. Before anyone asks, we support this, and we're proud that this has happened.
Yeah, no, a pigeon flew into our window, and it was the most exciting thing that's happened to me in about 2 months.
That's quite sad, actually.
It is, but I was thrilled. I'm going to start smearing bird seed or seed
cover it in lard and seed
on my window, so that I've got robins kamikazeing thunk 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 every minute.
You should do Newsn't in front of it next time, so it's constantly just boss.
Yeah. So every now and then, and you get a prize if you keep count of how many.
And if you've got 3D glasses, you can be really scared.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to get more and more up to the point that just an entire turkey careers through the window. That's what I'm looking for from them. It was a hell of a thud. It's a fat pigeon.
Pigeons are chunky.
It was a fat pigeon, and it didn't break any glass, but it was. Oh, I long to feel that rush of excitement again.
I mean, speaking of birds. The tree at the end of our garden has got a greater spotted woodpecker in it now.
Has it?
That's quite exciting.
That is exciting. Has it flown into any windows yet?
No, it's flown into a tree. And
why did you tell me? I don't care.
I'll try and for next time. I'll try and lure it over to the window. See if I can get.
Do that. Lure it over with
some window smashing.
With song.
I don't really know what the song is.
Would be But so that's some depressing news. But in better news, that problem with my balls has got better. Anyway, Jack, do you?
Okay, slightly strange. More Guinness Book of World Record stories.
Excellent, like those, don't we?
The former world's shortest man has regained his title as the world's shortest man.
What did he? Did he kill the other one? Regained his title. That makes it
actually. The two shorter people have recently died, and he is now the world's shortest man again.
In mysterious circumstances?
By what the police could only assume was a really small man or a wild animal.
Stabbed him in the ankles. Actually, no, he wouldn't, would he? Because they're about the same height.
He's 2 foot 4.3 inches.
2 foot. That's
not very big at all.
So that's 1 foot. It's also every British Prime Minister in there. Anyway, neat little ruler. So that's 1 foot.
So he is two and a bit of that. He's not a big man.
No.
So he was awarded in 2010, and then in 2010, later in 2010, he was taken away from him. And by Chandra that man is less than 1 foot tall, though, so he's significantly short. So he was beaten by someone
this guy
who
would have towered over him as he
he was beaten by someone who was 2 inches
put the pillow over his face,
and then that person was beaten by someone who was a whole foot and a bit smaller than him, and both of them have died.
Well, that's sad.
Oh, he's the world's shortest mobile man. There's a non-mobile man who's 1 foot and 1 inch.
Right.
But he's non-mobile.
Okay. He's not.
In other news,
he's more of a fax man.
In other news, that for many of our listeners who might need this, how do you think strip clubs are dealing with lockdown?
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Drive-through services is how.
No.
Yes, strip club in Portland, Oregon has found another way to stay afloat.
That is the most American thing I think I've ever heard. Do they get a burger with it?
They are selling food.
Oh my god, that is the most American thing I've ever heard.
Has dancers deliver food to go.
That's unbelievable. See, this is why they shouldn't have cancelled our American culture module for history next year.
Because it could have been a strip.
Still annoyed about that.
Yeah, I'm not, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah, well, you're an early modern.
Exactly. Anything modern should be destroyed.
It's reject. Are you one of these reject modernity sort of embrace?
I'm going to go live in a nunnery.
Live in a nunnery.
A nunnery from
until they find you.
Yes.
Living under the stairs.
Yeah. Well, I had to be kicked out of the last one, so I'll go to a different country this time. Sorry, carry on. The last one I have, I saw quite a bit on the internet. I only just looked at properly. I don't know if you've heard of it. Is a Japanese aquarium is asking people to make video calls to their eels so they remember humans exist.
I understand that because I have relatives that need that same sort of service.
People who are eels.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, you can tell the oily skin.
Well, the explanation is apparently does make sense, even if it's a bit weird. The eels are forgetting humans exist, which is making it dangerous for them because they cannot be checked on properly, because every time they see a human walk past, they will burrow into the ground. It's the sand in their thing. They can't have health checks. So basically, you need to get on a live stream now, go talk to an eel for a while, and then the eel is going to remember that humans exist, and then it's not going to be scared.
Do you know an eel that's in danger of forgetting? Well,
no.
Let us know in the comments. Give us their at.
Are you
an eel?
Do you work at a strip club that's not doing a drive-through service? Would you like to do an online service for an eel instead?
Yes. Would you like to do an online, or right now give us a demonstration of?
Yeah, you can come in, do it. I'm sure.
Exactly.
Warwick Raw Radio is fine with that.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, that's good.
That's all my bizarre news.
That's all of our news. We've sucked the news dry in 20. Yeah. Well, we sucked the news dry in 3.5 minutes, but we've. I do have another news story here actually that I was gonna wait to see if our third guest, who has not turned up because, well, he's asleep.
Because it's nighttime for him right now.
Yes, terribly. Yes, you're joining. If you're just joining us, Scott Montague, Jack Alfie, filling in for Jack Ingram, who has to lie low for a while. Yeah. So the news: local officials in the Philippines have taken to dressing as Star Wars characters to enforce
I did
lockdown.
See that.
Did you see? Okay, so I know people have been doing people have just been doing it for fun in the UK, right?
Yeah.
And that. But this is local officials have been going around like on boats, Darth Vader.
Yeah, I saw Darth Vader on a boat.
Saw Darth Vader handing out relief packages, which I think is very nice.
Very nice of him.
And similarly in Indonesia, volunteers have been dressed as superheroes, doing providing similar sort of services, holding up signs to stay reminding people to social distance and stay at home if they can.
Very nice of them.
So my question to you, Jack, do you have any suggestions for fictional characters?
Mr. Blobby.
Yeah, no, okay, you win. That is terrible. I never found Mr. Blobby anything but terrifying.
Although, he is horrifying.
Actually, this shirt is made out of his skin.
Oh. Or was it made out of his wife's skin? He does have a wife, doesn't he? And I think
does
some
he?
kids.
Mrs.
There's a Mrs.
Blobby.
Let me find her.
I actually met the stunt woman who did Mr. Blobby's stunts.
That's horrifying. Yeah, he has a wife and a child.
And
so just
child.
Imagine that bedroom scene.
I really don't want to.
But yeah, don't you think Mr. Blobby would keep you inside?
Mr. Blobby would definitely keep me inside. In terms of Star Wars and Marvel characters, I thought I've been doing some thinking. I thought I'd do Palpatine.
Oh yeah, of course. But I'd want to go outside and meet him.
No, yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. I'll do the Emperor Palpatine and just run around with cattle prods. Or like a taser taped to a 2-meter stick on my arms.
I like that. And when everyone's inside, you can also take over the House of Commons and do the whole I am the Senate thing, but with the
exactly. That would be great.
The only problem with Palpatine is if you want to do it authentically, you need an old man, and I don't think we're supposed to be getting old people outside.
No. I would just stick my face in a bath of water for like a day straight, so it all shrivels.
That's a good idea. Or you could just try and recreate the movies and electrocute yourself for long enough.
Or what I could do is go around licking a load of doorknobs and sneezing on fruit and things in the supermarket, so that this coronavirus state keeps going for as long as possible until I'm old enough to actually.
You want it to be going for the next 50 odd years, and then you're going to come in as an old man and.
Exactly. I'm gonna do that
for the greater good.
For the greater good. The other suggestions: Violet from The Incredibles, but everyone can be it. Hand them out costumes and Zorbs. Just a load of a nation of Zorbers. I mean, it would take a while to get, people would probably accidentally go into rivers and things and just float out to sea.
That might be dangerous. Also, by train lines, what if you got stuck between the two rails?
You're fine in a Zorb. Anything's okay in a Zorb. You get lost.
It's when you have like dodgy game physics and things. You just get hit and you just go miles. You turn up in like New Zealand.
I'm pretty sure that's what would happen.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure a Zorb would probably get stuck between the two rails. And then you just have to wait for a train.
No, you've got to run away from it.
But then you have to work out which way it's coming from.
Oh, yeah.
You go for like 10 minutes.
No, surely you can do that just based on left and right.
No, you'll get confused. I don't know.
You probably would in a Zorb. Why has this man put me in a Zorb with an Incredibles costume? I want to go home.
Are there any other good ones to keep you inside?
Police. The police. Yes, the police. Yeah. That doesn't work. Evidently.
Clearly not. But if they had bigger guns.
If they had bigger guns, we should arm the police.
If we did a Duterte sort of thing, where it's like shooting people around outside, that would probably keep you inside.
If UK police had guns, we would be just as bad, if not worse, than America. I don't think there's anything innately better about our police. Don't get me wrong, I'm not slagging off the police necessarily. I'm just saying that anyone with a gun, just because we're British, does it, if anything... Much worse.
Yes.
Much worse.
I could see it. Think. I wouldn't trust you with a gun.
I wouldn't trust me with a gun. Or I wouldn't trust you with a gun.
I would definitely not.
We could get into a debate on gun control. We'll save that for later.
We'll save that for when we have at least 3 viewers. Really, really angry.
And then we can really, maybe we'll go viral as, Maybe we'll be shared on one of those.
Maybe we'll go viral enough to get Raid Shadow Legends to sponsor us, because this is literally all I want at the moment.
That is all I want in life.
Hot cash. Do you think I can email them?
Play Raid Shadow Legends?
Do you think I can email them and ask, can you sponsor our radio show for Facebook?
That would, we could, maybe. Oh, no, because they'd have to sponsor Warwick Radio. They'd have to sponsor Raw. So it wouldn't just be us. If they did, every single show that goes out would have to have a
I want money for myself, not for. Exactly. I'll share it with you, Max, not Jack, because Jack's not here. Jack, not me. Jack, other Jack. For anyone who is actually watching, there's Jack, who's got the name here. There you go.
Yeah, he's Jack.
That's me. And then there's Jack, who is currently hiding from the police.
He is.
After the string of disappearances and robberies.
Yes.
Well, saying that is better than the actual excuse, which is
true. Yes, this
much more illegal.
Much more illegal. Yeah.
It's more of an international crime than a domestic
one. Yeah. It's more of a Hague thing than than Old Bailey.
Weirdly enough. He called me from Nuremberg yesterday.
Where are we going with this? My only other suggestion: we get a gorilla and paint it green and say it's the Hulk, and just unleash one onto every street.
Well, actually,
make it really angry.
Like a silverback gorilla for each one.
Huh?
A silverback gorilla who believes it owns the street. Well, the thing is, we could just release dangerous wild animals everywhere, and everyone would have to stay inside.
Yeah, rewilding. That's what it is.
Or sex offenders.
Yes. No. Oh,
no one wants
brilliant.
To go inside with them.
We release. So what? Yeah, we release wild animals into the streets, and near schools we release sex offenders.
Exactly. That's going to disincentivize that. Near banks,
worst case scenario, the animals maul the sex offenders to death.
Yeah.
So that's
big shame there.
Brilliant. If you're starting your weekend, sorry.
We do apologise. We have been doing news, but
then time doesn't mean anything anymore, does it?
No. I rarely know the day. Gonna be honest.
Rarely, yeah.
So I often know the time though, which is lucky.
Really? Well, you're doing better than me. I sometimes know the time.
I can usually tell you within about a 3-hour section what time it is. Like I could tell you now if I wasn't doing this, it would probably be between 9 and 11 and 12. The day is now just in segments instead of in real time.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah,
just different segments of food and break.
The day is split into food for me. Yeah.
Yes.
Various types of crisp, as we've established.
Mini cheddars, as we've discussed. Who they're also going to sponsor us. Thank you, Jacob's crackers and people. Thank you.
Yes. Would you like to? Right, we're going to move on to the section of the show. We're back up. We've derailed for
tinfoil hats on.
We were never on the rails. We're now into the quackery and tinfoil hattery and just conspiracy theory section of the show. So we can hear how crackpots are dealing with the lockdown. Basically, they're important. They're important too, and we think that we should give them a platform. By the very nature of this, most of them are either far right or super far right. Don't get many far left conspiracy theorists about this. I think they're busy worrying about other nonsense.
Well, they're busy. They're busy thinking that they're planning a revolution instead of actually achieving it.
They're certainly harder to find because they're often in their mother's basement. But then so are these people.
True. It's weird how society-related extreme communism is, and how little you see them integrating with society. You don't see them going around having chats with people.
Marx was your classic sort of, wouldn't shower or wash in weeks. He was stayed up all night, slept all day.
Ironically, it was really grim. When he was living in France, I think it was the British government had someone who was surveilling him, and they were sending letters back, and they broke into his flat one day to learn information, and his flat was so messy that pretty much the entire letter that they sent back to the British government was exclusively about how messy the flat was. No matter what they found inside, that was the worst thing.
I've not seen that one. I have seen the one where the Prussian forces, while he was living in London, surveilled him and just said he doesn't wash. I've never seen him bathe. His mate Engels comes around every now and then to, splash a cup of water on his face and check he's still alive, but that's it.
I kind of feel sorry for Engels. Anyway, we're getting off the topic. We should.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We can.
Actually, this is Newsn't. No,
this is Newsn't. Yeah,
Newsn't. Which means we should not discuss news. Actually, we should be. We
absolutely shouldn't.
Mr. Blobby being released on Predators.
Mr. Blobby and Marxism. No, I was going to say Marx was the. No, it's an interesting topic though, because Marx was the. He was definitely the better theoretician, but he was a bad writer. Like Engels, any of the snappy stuff from the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah,
that's all Engels. He was the better sort of, Mao. Mao was for all his faults, one hell of a sloganist. He had
quite a few.
His snappy little slogans. It's amazing. It's amazing how marketing. He would have, been a marketing.
Yeah, he could have been a great capitalist, Mao. What did he do wrong?
Marketing man, he'd have done all of these snappy slogans and one of these marketing creatives, and which is probably where I'm going to end up. So before I derive too much,
or a marketer,
I don't know,
or both. You could be marketing now.
Both, and then yeah. Anyway, Mao was great at that. What we were going to talk about was conspiracy theorists. I don't know if you've got any. If you don't have any,
nope,
that's fine. I've got a website here. Which wants to send me push notifications. It's called Alt Healthworks.
Alt Healthworks.
Yeah,
very nice.
And they're not as, I'd say, they're not as offensive as some of the ones that we've that we've spoken to before, but spoken of before.
Can we get an interview with them?
Actually, this lot. They're not full conspiracy theorists. They're more just quacks. They're selling homeopathic cures. With nation distracted by public health and economic crises, Trump administration moves to allow GMO crops in wildlife refuges.
No.
Which these people don't like. But I have seen that news framed completely differently by the pro-administration news, saying that we're dealing with this food, and we're getting some food, and during the I mean, look, I'm not quoting exactly.
This website has the most amazing news article I've ever seen.
Is this Alt Healthworks?
Yes.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Is it the Raven
one? At the same time.
Is it Talking Raven asks
people on the street, "You're right, love," in strong Yorkshire accent.
Strong Yorkshire accent. Yes. As coronavirus situation has taken a toll.
What are we doing?
Carry on. Much to my surprise, her neighbour had me knocking. Blah blah blah. When does it actually come up in this article? She's just talking about her life.
Let's have a look.
This video is from 2018. Wow. Okay, so it's basically a non-news thing. 2 years ago, there was a raven that sounded like it was saying "you like love" to people.
This is their...
And they're now looking at it because it's coronavirus time.
Right.
Nestle's being bad. Classic Nestle. That is actually a classic Nestle.
Oh, do you want to hear a message from the founder?
I would love to.
Jack, do you want to heal your chronic digestive and autoimmune issues naturally?
I would love to.
But you don't know where to begin, aside from removing GMOs from your diet and buying organic. You may want to... they're just Look, I don't like this sort of person. I hate this man. GMOs... Genetically, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing inherently wrong with genetically modified. Everything's genetically modified. Even organic things are genetically modified.
I was about to say.
Do you think cows would have just been going about grazing in exactly the same way if they hadn't been genetically modified over millennia by us?
Yeah, it's basically a different way of doing selective breeding.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These people, bless them. I'm sure their intentions are pure.
I'm sure they would like to save people's lives.
But keep it to yourself. I mean, good Lord. Sorry, I've just clicked on a link that says banks can't stop me doing this and they hate it. Do I have this?
Are you going to do it too?
Well, there's a picture, and now there's one that's oh god, I've got to close quite a lot of tabs. There was one of those ones they open automatically.
Apologise, single viewer or whomever. Scott has now been taken by a virus.
Yeah, it's probably Enoch. Watching, bless him. Hi Enoch. If you're not Enoch, tell us who you are. That's yeah. Oh god. Apparently, I need to do this immediately if I have diabetes, and it looks like sliced beetroot. Yeah. Anyway,
not sure sliced beetroot's going to work.
No. Okay.
Not 100% sure.
Do you want? Okay, Jack. Do you want to hear from? I'm going to give you a choice of 2 websites at random. Do you want to hear from ageofautism.com or Dr. Oz?
Dr. Oz sounds like a top man.
Dr. Oz does that. Let's have a look at what Dr. Oz has got to say. His website's not loading, so we'll just.
Is it this man, Dr. Oz?
I don't know. He's
There's a Dr. Oz who has a show about hair care.
Oh well, I need that. I'm growing my hair out because alopecia runs in our family, and I'm worried I might. Well, I have 2 uncles.
Just shave it off.
2 uncles who lost all of their hair by like 22.
So you're just trying to get as much out of it as you can now, and then
luxurious mane.
Luxurious lot. I mean, I just haven't cut it in the lockdown, so mine's getting a bit long.
Yeah, same. Okay, so Dr. Oz.
Is he a no-go? Looks like we have to.
Oh no, hang on. He does have some COVID-19 updates. No, he's mostly just talking about when the vaccine will be available and why it's a lengthy.
Remarkably successful, that man.
What happens to your body when you're lonely? It can be physically damaging. I mean, that's
true,
isn't
sad.
It? That's correct. I don't know. Yeah. I'm doing what I hate. I'm talking about stuff I have no idea about. But
yeah, we're just saying yes to things. Yes.
We're just saying yes to things.
Hitler does live on the dark side of the moon. Yep, that's right as well.
Yeah, that's true. Not the astral body. The album.
Mm-hmm, of course.
Yeah, just in case anyone didn't get that. Okay, we move on. Do you want to hear from Israel, Islam, and End Times, or we're just going to do that one?
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you a choice. It's just going to go there. Yeah. Right. Factual reporting mixed. Apparently, according
not
to
the biggest surprise.
Okay, headline. Finally, some news, some actual news. How is this not being reported on? Have you heard this news? I bet you haven't, because the mainstream media wouldn't tell you. No. Is the Antichrist about to be revealed?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. Solved it.
Wonderful.
Sorry, Jesus. Actually, you're welcome, Jesus. Did your job for you.
The latter rain, all of these.
Who is the Antichrist?
I mean, all of these headlines look like if I click them, I'm going to be put on a watch list.
Are you already on a watch list?
I'm already on a watch list. You can download Gaddafi's Green Book, his whole manifesto.
Oh, wonderful!
Which I have done. Worth a read. Nonsense, but it's hilarious.
Somewhere
and a great
in this
insight
house,
into a schizophrenic mind. Anyway,
somewhere in this house, I have Mao's Little Red Book, but I don't know where.
Do you? That's great. I like Mao's Little Red Book. It's comforting.
Hey, they were proud of it. They sold it to us in China.
I'm reading a great book at the moment. Actually, it's a global history of Maoism.
Oh, I think it was going to be like A Very Hungry Caterpillar or The Gruffalo.
I'm working my way up to that. Yeah. Sheep killers. We've got our friend
Arizona Muslim students, multiple apparently, are threatening to kill a professor for suggesting Islam is violent.
Is this one of these fake news websites? Just to be clear,
this is Israel, Islam, and the End Times.
Oh, is it? Oh dear. Yeah. maybe take that with a pinch of anthrax.
Yes. Doesn't really seem like anyone is actually threatening to kill him.
Oh, here we go. I've got one with that they've taken out ads on their own. The threat is real. Are you ready for chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear attack?
Yes, I am.
That's all it says. It looks like they're threatening me with it.
Do I say now?
Are you ready? The Daily Sheeple is about to launch a nuclear attack on me personally.
Just one targeted little strike in England. Completely destroy your house. They're going to get confused like the birds, so it's just going to bounce into the window and then bounce off.
They're selling cannabis extracts, potassium iodide for survival, active shooter defense, bulletproof body armor. What am I reading here, Jack?
I don't know.
So their top story. It's such a badly designed website that their ad covers half of their top story. So what it says here is Second Amendment and angrily denies wanting to take guns. You can guess. Well, we're not going to go into that.
I've just realised I'm still on the Israel, Islam, and the End Times one. They have a tab. They tab for news, important ones on Israel. They have both the anti-Israel agenda and Israel apologetics, which implies they don't like either of them.
What are these people for?
I don't know, but if you look at the contributors, it is potentially the whitest list of people I've ever seen.
Okay,
it is quite amazing.
That's good. That this one's got some hot news. Some brand new hot news. Fresh off breaking news. Sanders campaign hires controversial senior advisor. Now, I don't know if you've been following American election news, Jack.
Not enough to know the answer to that.
Right. Bernie Sanders hasn't been campaigning for quite a long time.
No, he ended his campaign. I feel like it was a solid.
This is their second story.
I wouldn't go for 2 months. Yes. Who are they claiming that it is?
Well, I think from what I can tell, they've got a picture of The Weeknd. I don't know. Hang on, I'm just going to check, but I'm pretty sure that is The Weeknd with an ND. Well, they all spellings of weekend have an ND, but I mean without an E.
Well, he does have.
No, that is The Weeknd. No, I'm not just like
The Weeknd did come out in favour of Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, but not as a senior advisor, Jack.
Not in the senior advisor of a campaign that's not going on.
That's not happening. Ted Cruz was quarantining.
Actually, he didn't even come out properly. There's in his performance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, he hands an assistant a drink whose hat clearly says Bernie Sanders on.
Right. There we go. If you want this site's breaking news, their most breaking news comes from the 9th of March.
Yes.
So that's good.
Editor's pick. Breaking.
Oh, it's just red flag gun laws.
I'd like to ask you a very important question that InfoWars has asked
it's
me.
It's not about my balls, is it?
Has COVID conquered our country?
Yes.
In America, there are totalitarian governors and mayors violating the Constitution by holding the country hostage.
Is this Israel and the end times still?
This is InfoWars now.
Excellent. We're on Info. We've got to do InfoWars. We are essentially a mouthpiece for InfoWars and Breitbart at this point.
Speaking of people who could sponsor us, InfoWars and Breitbart.
InfoWars. Trump planning to. Yeah, go on. Carry on.
Yeah. So we're under. We're under hostage. Well, we're not. The Americans are, but we're almost definitely even more hostage because they like rights more there. So.
They do prefer rights to us.
We like lefts more.
We don't like. They hate you so much.
They kill them all there. Of course, migrants doing bad things in Sweden. They're making stuff about that. Yes, they're not the nicest of blokes.
No.
They're like great replacement-y guys. That's my hot take there. InfoWars, not the top blokes.
No, it is just to sell supplements. We did this last week.
The supplements are quite impressive. Have you seen? There's a great video of him talking about how amazing some like smoothie thing that he has is, and then he drinks it live on the stream thing or whatever he's doing, and he's visibly like disgusted and incapable of drinking any more of it.
Oh,
and he has
great.
to slurp this horrible stuff down. Also, if you go on InfoWars, the picture of Alex Jones must be from so long ago, because now he's got a beard and he's greying. That picture, he's young and nice.
Have you seen pictures of Alex Jones young, like teens?
Yeah, he looks so weird.
Very strange. Very strange.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah. No. Okay. On to our last bits of news, representing the truth. Oh my god. Truth. No, I'm not going to read that. Okay. Let's go. Okay, I've got two up. We're going to read one of them. I'll tell you off air what that is.
Yep, that seems better.
Yeah. They value my privacy, apparently.
That's nice of them.
Yeah. So we're on Twisted News.
You already know it's good. It's called
again,
Twisted
some
News.
Bible scholars believe coronavirus fits biblical predictions for end times. Elon Musk doesn't care how many workers die. That's all in caps.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think he does.
No. As long as he can keep his car sales going, that's probably a pretty based take.
Yeah. Not 100% wrong there.
In lol moment, CNN adds Greta Thunberg to its expert coronavirus panel. Now that actually did happen briefly. I think.
I mean, she is doing some awareness things, but she's not an expert. I wouldn't give her that.
No, she does not.
But then again, don't say that. How dare you say that?
Well, this must be satire. Oh, there are things I definitely can't say here.
It's called Twisted News.
It is called Twisted News. Mentally ill man now living out fantasy as 7-year-old girl's little sister after abandoning his wife and children.
Oh, I didn't know I was on there. Jesus. They found me. This has got to be onion level stuff, isn't it?
I think what's happened here is
falling for onion
Twisted News has basically fallen for a satire article.
Onion is very good, though.
Apparently, the Mail reported it, so it must be true.
Oh, yeah. The Mail notoriously is very, very good and has a lot of journalistic.
Famously, that it's got some top news.
Well, not the worst one though. Not News of the World. We haven't got any world.
No, not News of the World.
They were classic.
Well, we leave you with the news that Nepalese tribesmen risk their lives to harvest hallucinogenic honey made by giant bees. Oh no, actually, that's an article from 2015.
We leave you with
the news. We leave you with the news that Texas has had 1,000 new coronavirus cases every day since last week, but Governor Abbott insists the state is ready to open.
He's a clever man.
An enzyme that will make Bill Gates' vaccine microchip implant work, known as luciferase, which I believe I covered last week. Yeah. And 3 urgent and ongoing threats posed by communist China that the world is waking up to. And then it's just got a picture of Xi Jinping waving his hand, but with a virus, virus picture, as if he's like throwing it at you, and an arrow pointing at Right. So Xi Jinping that's how it started. Xi Jinping just chucked a spiky ball at someone.
He just, as the kids would say, he yeeted.
He yeeted. Is it yeeted or yote?
To yote. I yeet, you yeet, he, she, it, yote.
No. I yeet, he, she, yeet, but past tense.
The past. I yoted. I yoted.
I yeeted or I yote. I prefer I yote. I think it sounds.
Yote does sort of work. Are there any other ones?
Yate? No.
Oh, like with lead and things, you could put an A instead of an E, so it could be yeet, but with an A. Yeet as in Y-E-A-T.
Yeah, I get that's all right.
Or just yet for the past.
Or
I do keep things, and I yet yesterday.
Yeah, that's good. Well, excellent. We'll leave you with that. Thank you very much for watching. One person. No, 2 people. We had 2. We even hit a peak of 3. Not surprised. We didn't. Honestly,
This wasn't the fanciest.
It's been a tough week. This week was more of a filler show, but we will be back next week, stronger than ever, with a with a boiling cup of news to throw in your face.
It's extra good when your 3rd episode is a filler one. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm working hard on this, as you
having been behind the scenes of this now, I can tell you that it's a professional organisation and Raid Shadow Legends are on the way.
Exactly. One which would benefit from a sponsor like Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes, or any other ones.
Excellent. Well, we've hit an hour now. Great. Bye.
Goodbye.